everybody, my name is Ethan. Welcome back to the Go Battle League, where today we're going to be hopping into the Halloween Cup, featuring a team of OBSTAGOON, double poison, those two poison types being Shadow Nidoqueen, as well as Toxapex. Yes, Toxapex is back, guys. I just love Toxapex. One of the best mons in the game currently. Can't complain. I mean, 3 of the last 4 videos were Toxapex. Hey, I'm not going to complain. This is really fun. Good team. Very, very solid team. Shadow Nidoqueen and Toxapex are both, top 10 mons in this cup. One thing that you do got to watch out for is other poison types. Other poison types are really tough to deal with this team. If you have a Mandibuzz, use that instead of OBSTAGOON. I don't have a Mandibuzz made. It's just one of the mons that I've never had made. But yeah, use a Mandibuzz. Just really good with Air Slash as well as Aerial Ace. Even though Aerial Ace is a pretty doo-doo move, it's pretty good in this cup just because it's so tanky, as well as it also counters all the ground types that are going to be pretty good against your team anyways, like Nidoqueen itself. I don't think there are other ground types besides that. There are people or Pokemon that have ground moves, such as Toxicroak. Toxicroak does indeed have a move, that being Mud Bomb. We're gonna end up winning the very, very long battle against the what was that? Another Toxapex. They're going to be bringing in a Alolan Marowak. Alolan Marowak is going to be hit with a Brine. They're going to end up shielding it and using their last shield here. Now, one thing that is also should be changed. On my thing, I'm running Earthquake on my Shadow Nidoqueen. Run Earth Power. It's quicker to get to with the poison jabs and does nearly identical damage in the Great League just because of the Shadow. I mean, you're not going to be not one-shotting something. Now, this is where, Earth Power, I would have already gotten it done, but now it's really risky here and we barely get to it. So yeah, run Earth Power. The reason I'm running Earthquake, don't actually have enough TMs to get it away. So kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? Really bad lead here, and there's not a lot we can even swap into, so we do end up having to stay in and go for a Night Slash here. Obviously, Night Slash does good neutral damage, so that's what we're looking at, right? But still, not the greatest. They're going to end up throwing the Earth Power here, which is devastating damage to our OBSTAGOON here. And we are going to be going back with the Night Slash, and that actually is a pretty close matchup, even though they threw the big move. Gotta respect the Earth Power in this situation. They do only Poison Fang, but we're able to actually bait out their Frostlass. Frostlass is a pretty awesome mon, in my opinion. Its Ice typing definitely holds it back from really being great, just because the Ice typing makes it get hit for super effective damage by very common moves, such as Rock Slide or something like that. So that's definitely something that kind of sucks about it. Toxapex survives 2 Shadow Balls from a Frostlass. That's just crazy. And we're able to get to another Brine. This mon, guys, I made a video telling you, get this mon, and I hope you did. I really, really hope you did. Obviously got to shield this one. One Avalanche here would be taking us out, but we're going to be able to farm down. The only issue here is they're going to be able to reach the Earth Power on a Nidoqueen quicker than we are. They are going to be bringing in Mandibuzz here, guys. This is just going to be good game. There's not a lot we can do. One foul play would be taking us out. And that's what they're going to throw here. One foul play takes us out. That's kind of a bad L. But again, Mandibuzz, really, really solid mon in this cup. There's not a lot that counters it. Obviously, you do have to watch out for the fairy types. But this is actually where we want to see Mandibuzz, and that is on the lead here. And I make a mistake in this. I initially throw the Night Slash. Not what you really want to do. You want to go for the cross chops. Night Slashes are not very effective, while cross chops are neutral, just because of Mandibuzz's dark and flying typing. Flying resists fighting, but dark takes super effective, so it ends up neutraling out. So that's definitely what you want to go for, and as you can see, it's a little bit more damage there. Now the counters are really starting to add up, and they did Shadow Ball us, which is quite an interesting move, considering Shadow Ball's triple resisted, actually, I think, whereas Dark Pulse is only single resisted, as well Dark Pulse Stab. Very questionable play by the opponent. Probably could have flipped switch there if they, or won the lead if they did it that way. But they didn't, so we're going to be able to get a Night Slash off against this Nidoqueen, which is not great. Not good to be able to, not good seeing a Nidoqueen here. We're probably going to end up going into, yep, Toxapex here. We're going to be able to hit Brine for super effective damage. They're going to end up throwing here. This is obviously going to be the Seed Bomb, which is going to be doing good neutral damage. And I'm going to bank a Brine onto my Toxapex for later. So hopefully that does prove to be a little bit useful. They do end up getting to the move here, which is really bad. And they're running Seed Bomb Foul Play, guys. Very, very interesting move set. They're going to end up going for the Poison Fang here, which we'll take out. And I'm going to just instantly tap the Brine here. The reason is I need to get to 3 Brines to beat this Nidoqueen. And that's just the craziest thing about Toxapex, man. It gets to these Brines quickly. We're going to correctly shield an Earth Power here, which is good. They're not going to be able to get to 3 Earth Powers, and they're not going to be able to get to 2 Poison Fangs and then an Earth Power. So I'm feel confident shielding both of these moves, just because I know then I'll be able to throw the Brine and win the game. So Toxapex able to clutch up when we were down in that match. So very, very nice. Hopping into the next one against Tic Tac, what was it, Angela? A really, really rough lead. Gonna end up throwing 1 counter and switching here. That's gonna allow us to get a little bit ahead on energy with our Toxapex, and we are gonna go for the Sludge Waves here. Sludge Wave is a better move than Brine. Brine does 50 damage for 60 energy, and I should probably know this. Sludge Wave is a nuke move, and it's just, I think it's better efficiency. Let me look it up really quick before I tell you. I'm still commentating. I'm just also doing this. Obviously, 2 tank battle, not the most interesting thing, so it is probably a good idea to know the moves. We can go to moves. I'm using PV Poke here, guys. It's a great, I can't speak highly enough about PV Poke. So if you wanna win more games, honestly, go on to PV Poke and do some stuff. Look some stuff up. So Sludge Wave is 65 energy and 110 damage, whereas Brine is going to be 50 energy for 60 damage. So Sludge Wave is going to be the way to go. 65 energy for 110 damage. That's getting a lot of value, whereas Brine, not so much. We're going to be having a really good matchup now here. Even though they do throw the Acid Spray, they're still going to be doing only neutral damage with the Poison Jabs, and we're going to be able to hit back for neutral damage with the Cross Chops. Another one where we're going to want to throw Cross Chop instead of Night Slash. So now they're going to swap back in their Charmer here, and I am going to be able to completely farm this Wigglytuff down, and they're going to concede the match. A very good idea by them. Next, we are going to be hopping into a battle against a Golbat. Golbat is going to be obviously having access to Wing Attack and Poison Jab, which are both not the greatest moves for a lot of my Mons. Another Mon that definitely the entire team struggles against. Now here's a mistake. Do not shield the first Poison Fang. I thought I was going to be able to beat him to the next one and then try and catch. But yeah, and then obviously not shielding the second one. The second one's going to do a lot more damage than the first one. So, you know, just shield the second one. Don't shield the first one, if that's one tip I could give. They're going to be swapping in Umbreon here. Now, Umbreon's obviously one of the tankiest Mons in this meta. And so you're going to end up watching a lot of Umbreon throwing charge moves and Nidoqueen throwing charge moves. Making sure to throw on perfect timing so they don't get a Snarl through. That's the most important thing when you're doing a matchup like this. We're going to end up actually beating them to the next move. So I'm going to end up throwing the Poison Fang, and we do end up winning Switch, which is really, really nice. They end up bringing in a Ninetales, and if you didn't know, guys, Toxapex is really, really good against Ninetales. The only thing that hits it for super effective damage is going to be that Psyshock, and that isn't going to do the greatest amount of damage to Toxapex just because it is so tanky. Now we are going to end up going down a debuff stage because of that Poison Jab earlier. but this Psyshock doesn't even do that much damage despite it being debuffed, guys. That's just kind of crazy to me. Now, if you did enjoy the battles, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for 230 subscribers. I can't explain how grateful I am. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.